What if you could sit down with the godfather of advertising and ask him what he thinks about TikTok or Facebook ads, or why most brand content today is a total waste of time? Today, we're doing exactly that. This is the interview with David Ogilvy, the one that he never gave, but absolutely would have.
1 nerd, 2 nerds, 3 nerds, 4 marketing nerds do so much more. Over hill and high where the nerd buggies go. Come along and bring you the Marketing Nerd Show. La 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 la.
Welcome back to another edition of the Marketing Nerds podcast. My name is Brian, and this is the show where we dissect timeless marketing truths and run them through the chaos. Well, at least today. We're going to run it through the machine of today's digital world, at least in this episode. I'm Brian, your host, and today's episode is really cool. It's a special one. We are bringing one of history's greatest marketers into the present, David Ogilvy himself. Well, not literally, but we've imagined a no-holds-barred conversation between Ogilvy and me to find out how his principles stack up in today's world of personal branding, performance ads, and short-form chaos. We're going to try to make this funny, a little brutal, and packed with gems that'll make you rethink your next campaign. David, thank you so much for coming on the Marketing Nerds podcast. It is so cool to have you here.
Hey. Thanks for having me on your podcast. Love the name Marketing Nerds.
First of all, I think for some of our audience, introduce yourself and who you are.
I'm David Ogilvy, former door-to-door stove salesman, founder of Ogilvy and Mather, and, allegedly, the father of advertising. Which sounds very impressive until you realize I've been dead for decades. And now somehow I'm here, staring at a glowing rectangle while people try to sell toothpaste on TikTok by dancing in hoodies. I built brands with headlines and research. You build them with hashtags and hope. But let's not get grumpy. I'm here to help. If your ads are boring, your copy is weak, or your agency thinks authenticity is a strategy, we've got work to do.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm a huge fan. You know, it's kind of surreal, to be honest. So, David, I want to start with this. Your thoughts. What do you think of today's marketing landscape?
It's louder, faster, and, frankly, more forgettable. You have more tools than I ever dreamed of, yet far less clarity of purpose.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. That's very fair. We are juggling TikTok trends, Facebook ads, email flows, SEO influencers. It's a lot. You know, it really is.
But who are you selling to? And why should they care? If you can't answer that, no trend will save you.
You know, David, I really hear that, but we optimize everything in today's digital world. We do A/B testing. We test creatives. We target psychographics, track every click.
Excellent. But optimization without insight is like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. Tell me, what's your big idea?
Well, our current campaign is built around the concept of uncomplicating life. And we show how our product simplifies things, especially for busy millennials.
But is your message emotional? People don't buy drills. They buy holes in the wall. They buy the feeling of a job well done.
Yes, but we have only 6 seconds to grab them on TikTok.
Then say something worth hearing in the first second. Show something unexpected. Lead with the truth, not noise.
Now, some clients just want to go viral.
Viral is not a strategy. Sales is a strategy. Trust is a strategy. Brand image is a strategy.
That makes sense.
Viral is a wish.
David, you would hate our brand voice guidelines. You really would.
If your guidelines don't sell, tear them up and write new ones. You're not here to sound clever. You're here to make people feel understood and act.
Now, David, I really like that. You know, we're here to make people feel understood and act. That's the job of a marketer as far as what our job is towards the consumer, the customer, or the client. So in your opinion, what's one piece of advice that you'd give to modern marketers today? Just one specific sentence.
Know your customer better than they know themselves. Speak to them with respect. Give them a reason to believe. Then measure everything and improve relentlessly.
So, David, would you use TikTok?
I'd use skywriting if it worked, but only if the message was irresistible.
Wow, that was humbling, hilarious, and kind of like getting roasted by your marketing hero. David, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me on the podcast, Brian. Looking forward to the next one, and remind your audience of one thing. You have the tech. You have the reach. Now find your idea and make it unforgettable, baby.
You know, you really reminded me, and hopefully you that are watching this, that tools come and go, but the principles of marketing and satisfying that customer endure. And that's clarity that really matters, strategy that really matters, and above all, selling still matters. Otherwise, you are just blowing things into the air that don't matter with your marketing. Thanks for tuning into the Marketing Nerds podcast. If you really enjoyed this time traveling truth bomb, subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs a little tough love from the old school ad world. So until next time, keep it simple, keep it smart, and for the love of metrics, make it sell.